So these types of questions can be really time consuming because there's so much information here. So we're told that the students in College X must take 2 courses and no more. And these 5 subjects, I'm going to use these letters: CE, mechanics, architecture, and psychology. And then they give you constraints. Students who take electronics cannot take architecture. So this is just my own language of kind of summarizing this. Students who take computing cannot take psychology. And then finally, we have students who take mechanics cannot take electronics. So the question is, the student G, is this student taking psychology or not? So I'll start with statement 1. Student G is taking architecture as one of her 2 subjects. So this one, the option is, can we have a psychology or not? So if we have psychology here, there's no conflict between architecture and psychology. So that would be a yes. And then instead of P, all I have to do is to make sure that you can't have electronics here, but you could have computing, C, and that would answer it as a no. So 1 alone is insufficient. We'll try to do something similar for the second one. G is taking neither electronics nor computing, so we're left with the other 3, M, A, and P. So if G is taking, let's say, M and P, is that acceptable? If we go back here, yeah, there's no conflict here, so that would answer the question as a yes. And then M and A, does that create any conflict? Mechanics and architecture. And if we go back here, no. So that one means I have a no here as an answer to the question. So 2 alone is insufficient. If we combine 1 and 2, the first thing is that this part is out. So the student can only take M, A, and P. And then statement 1 says is taking architecture as one of the. So we have architecture. The other one is either M or P. And if it's P, then that would answer this as a yes. Does that create any conflict? No. Architecture and psychology, there isn't. So that's a yes. And what about A and M? Again, there's no conflict between taking both architecture and mechanics. So that would answer the question as a no. So even combined, we can't answer this question with certainty. We still have a yes and a no. So the statements combined are still insufficient. The answer is E.